I'm sitting down now with Celeste Friend, the Democratic candidate in the race for Utica's mayor. Celeste moved into Utica 20 years ago. She is both a small business owner and an artist, as well as a member of Utica's Common Council. Celeste, welcome. Thank you for being here with us tonight.
Thank you very much.
We'll get right into our first question, and that is, in your estimation, is the city of Utica in good financial health? If it's not, how would you work to improve that financial status? And if you do think it is in a healthy position, what would you do to maintain and even improve the financial standing?
We're in very good financial health. So 12 years ago, at the last time that we were about to get a new mayor, we had a negative $15,000 general fund balance. That led to all sorts of terrible things, like having to borrow money just to make payroll. 12 years later, we have $14 million in our general fund balance. That has improved our credit rating, given us appropriate cushion for the hard times that may or may not come. So we're in very good financial health. We are, for the most part, in that financial health because the growth that we've seen in the city. So things such as sales tax. So sales tax revenue has been ticking up year after year for the last several years. That has added to our revenue and allowed us to build up that general fund balance. So what we really need to think about is how are we going to keep this growth going?
Okay. Our next question for you. We know that more people mean more votes, and oftentimes more votes can mean more attention from state and even federal leaders. So how would you as mayor bring more people to move their residents to Utica and their businesses as well?
We need to make Utica into a place that young families and young professionals want to live in. So that means making sure that we have the kinds of amenities that young people like, the kind of school district that young families will want. It means that we need to make Utica into a livable place, a place with plenty of good, fun things to do, such as a ski lift, a working ski lift and working ski hill. We need to make the city into a beautiful place with art and well-manicured parks and more trees everywhere. We need to make Utica into the kind of a place that employers will want to come to because they'll know that they'll be able to attract young employees and keep them here. So all of that is going to also sort of dovetail with our need to continue the growth.
Mm-hmm. And that last question I was asking about moving residents here to Utica, but we know there's a homelessness problem across the country that has become a quite visible problem here in the city of Utica. As mayor, what would your solution be?
So the homelessness crisis is really about a sort of number of crises that are kind of intermingling. So we have a housing crisis. We simply don't have enough housing for the people who live here. We also have a mental health crisis where people are not able to get the services that they need. And we have a drug crisis. And when you put all those together, one of the things that comes about is that you see people living in Oneida Square, living on the streets. We need to work on this by primarily working with the county. So the county is the organization that provides social services. So we need to develop a strong collaborative relationship with the county so that we can best provide services to the people who need them.
Okay, well, thank you very much. That was our last question for you. Thank you for being here.
Thank you very much.
Early voting begins across the state this Saturday. There are local races of significance in your area no matter where you live. Here are the locations and times. Starting in Oneida County, there are 4 early voting locations. Early voting at all locations in Oneida County will run weekends from 9 a.m. to 5 p.m. The times vary Monday through Friday. In Herkimer County, there is just 1 early voting location, and that is in Little Falls at the Library Community Room. And lastly, in Otsego County, there are 2 early voting locations, the Foothills Performing Arts Center in Oneonta or at the Meadows Office Complex in Cooperstown. So we hope this half hour has been helpful. You can find all 4 of those videos online at cnyhomepage.com. And again, Election Day is 2 weeks from today, so don't forget to vote and join us for those results. Have a great night.